What's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen and your speakers one more time. And thank you for tapping into another episode of Let's Chat and Jam on Undiscovered Gems. We really appreciate everything that you guys been doing for us. We appreciate your ears and your eyes, folks. It is really cool. But anyway, today I have a special guest, and this brother's been on here before, so he's now a VIP. But let me give you the rundown on this brother before from the last episode, just in case y'all didn't see it. And if you didn't see it, shame on you. Go tap into YouTube on the other Let's Chat and Jam channel, and you'll see that interview. Well, today we're doing a live interview right here on YouTube. So everybody that watches this live, if you do tune in, thank you. If you tune in after the fact, thank you again. And if you tune in to Undiscovered Gems on the Block 105 radio, that's tomorrow night. Matter of fact, you make sure you tap into that because this brother will have the interview that he did last year on that show. So you'll be able to hear it in its entirety. And then you can hear some dope music after that. But anyhow, this brother here, professional wrestler extraordinaire. Yes, folks, I did say that. And this brother here is an actor. He had some films out the last time we spoke. He also had a couple of TV shows on Tubi. So make sure you tap in on that. And then, of course, this brother here is a model. Yeah, didn't I tell you that the last time? Yes, I did. He told you that too. He's a model. Man, and the list goes on and on just of what this guy does. So without further ado, everybody, let me bring him in. Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, how you doing, man? What's happening?
Everything's everything, man. You pretty good.
Yeah, you kind of like you kind of like what do you call? Oh, there's a lag going on here.
There's a lag. All right, let me see what's going on.
Yeah, it's probably StreamYard.
Probably.
But anyway, folks, this here is Victor Andrews, Mr. Everything. This brother here has been in the professional wrestling business going on 13 years now. He's been a champion at probably in all the places he's been. He's been the heavyweight champion. He's wrestled so many beautiful artists as well as himself. I mean, these brothers here to get in the ring, they tell a story, and the stories that Mr. Everything tells are amazing. I'm telling you, you get one of these from me. I'm telling you, man, every time I watch his YouTube specials, his YouTube shorts, and all that good stuff, while he's fixing his stuff, I'm just going to go solo real quick, just so y'all can get a layout of what's going on. So anyway, Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews, has been in the professional wrestling business for going on about 13 years now. And like I said, he's been a champion in a lot of places. He also did some stints in the WWE. Yes, he has. So this brother here has got a resume on him. And I also said earlier, he has shows on Tubi TV. Oh, he's back in the building. So let me bring him back in for y'all quickly. Okay, let's see what you're saying. Hello.
All right. How about now? Am I still lagging?
It's more like you're I can hear your volume very well. It's just not matching your face. But that's all right, man. That's all right because I'm going to edit this in just audio format anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but anyway, Mr. Everything, I see you are looking like Bruce Lee behind you.
Bruce Leroy over here.
Bruce Leroy. Yeah, you got some muscles going on over there.
It's from the milk and cookies. It's definitely from working out. It's from the milk and cookies.
Yeah. And so, folks in the podcast land, thank you for tapping into us, man. We really enjoy your time. As I said, Mr. Andrews has been here before. So what we're going to do is talk about some new stuff. because we've already talked about the old stuff. And as I said earlier, if you guys want to tap in tomorrow on the Block 105 radio, you can tap into Let's Chat and Jam on Undiscovered Gems and hear, well, next Friday, not tomorrow, my bad. There's so many things going on at Undiscovered Gems, but tomorrow is a good show too. Make sure you tap into that. But next Friday will be Mr. Everything Victor Andrews, and the following Friday will be Mr. Everything Victor Andrews. So he's got 2 weeks of talking points, man. 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
First time I did that for somebody. Are you on a computer?
Yes.
Do you have a lot of windows open?
No, I don't have anything open.
When is did you like you had your laptop turned off, then you turned it on for this interview? Oh, maybe that's a problem. Maybe you need to reboot yourself.
All right, I'm gonna give that a try. Give me 1 second. Let's see.
So while you reboot, I'm gonna entertain the crowd, man. It's all good. I'm gonna entertain the crowd. It's a good thing I'm editing this. All right, folks. Mr. Everything had to tune off. He had to tune off. He had to fix his computer and reboot everything. See, lucky for me, I had my computer turned off before the interview because I knew that I wanted to have a flawless one. And a lot of people don't know that it's good to restart their devices. You know, it's good to restart their devices. Anyway, folks, how y'all doing, man? It's great to see you. It's great to be here on Let's Chat and Jam. And, you know, it's been a long day, but I'm still trucking, folks. I'm still trucking. Anyway, so weed is legalized here in New York State, folks. So if you live in New York and you want to work and you smoke weed, get the job anyway. You're going to be just fine. You are going to be just fine. You could go get a job. They're not going to ask you if you smoke weed or not. They don't care anymore. But they do care if you don't show up. So make sure you show up to your job on time. Make sure you show up to your job on time. All right, folks. I'm going to do this real quick. So we're waiting for Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews. He's having some technical difficulties over there. That happens when you have computers. My typing skills is not that great. Still got to do these 2 fingers. Save. Let's check it out. Okay. There we go. So when he comes back up, he's going to be able to see it's him that we're talking to. But till that time comes, let me just bring this up. Okay, Mr. Everything is back in the building, folks. So let me pull him up. Boom. Welcome back.
So I figured it out. It's because I put the background. That's what was causing the delay. The background on the yeah. So it's all right. I went ahead and got me a nice clear white wall. Noise in the back. How's that?
Yeah, it's a nice white wall. It's a nice generic white wall. I think that's the same thing going on with me. I put the background behind me, and sometimes I skip. But
yeah,
that's why I take everything and put it on the audio. The video is here for the live audience, and if they're not here to watch it live, they can watch it on the rerun. But I only do it for the clips. So this is a clip show.
Gotcha.
So anyway, man, it's great to see you, Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews. It's good to see you again. Man,
it's been what, like a year?
Yeah, the last time we spoke, you guys were just about to do this Man, you was
Was
in
it
Florida.
control?
DJs.
Yeah. You
Fleet
know what? You're right.
DJs.
Fleet DJs. You're absolutely right. Last
Yeah.
summer.
Last July, I think it was.
Yes, it was last July. Yeah, went down to Florida for the Fleet DJs. Good memory.
Yeah, well, it's on the interview tomorrow. I left it on there. I didn't take it off.
Awesome.
The only thing I took off was the dates because it's not those dates anymore. So I took off the dates, but I left everything that you said, how they can hit you up and how you can work with them and get them. I left all that in there. So when they hear the interview, they're going to hear all that good stuff.
Awesome. We actually have another conference coming up this summer, this July, but this time it's going to be in Raleigh, North Carolina. So we're
it's
moving
a little bit closer to New York.
Yeah, a little bit closer to New York.
Just a little bit, man. So, man, you had said on Instagram, yeah, folks, Instagram. I talked to Mr. Andrews on Instagram. You can talk to him too on Instagram if you just tap into him and say hello. Or you can also tap into him on Twitter. Is that right? You on Twitter too?
Absolutely. Twitter, TikTok, all of it.
Everything. And the last time we spoke, I had played one of your wrestling clips on my YouTube video. That was pretty dope. So on the interview tomorrow, they're going to, next Friday, I keep saying tomorrow, next Friday, the interview next Friday, they're going to be able to hear you in that match. They can't see it, but they'll be able to hear it.
Okay, awesome, nice.
Yeah, with the crowd and the fan participation. But anyway, on Instagram, you said that you had some big things going on with you outside of professional wrestling.
Yeah, just yet. I gotta get some things finalized first. So before I actually disclose what it actually is, just know it has something to do with TV. It's going to be something different that no one has ever expected me to do. Well, maybe they would. You know, Mr. Everything, you got to be able to do everything. But I don't think anybody's actually going to expect this from me. So whenever I get the final,
can't wait, man.
Huh?
I can't wait.
I'm actually getting ready to start training for it this week. So that should give you like a little hint, but not a big hint. But I have to train for it. For what I'm getting ready to do, I have to train for it. So yeah, be on the lookout to see something big from Mr.
Are you fighting Brock Lesnar?
Huh?
You fighting Brock Lesnar?
No. Shoot, I wish. I wish.
Oh, I thought you were going to meet him. I thought you were going to meet him.
I'd run around the ring. I'd run around the ring. Let that man get tired first.
Oh man! So you were the sister of Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
I remember that episode too, man. And now that I've rewatched it, after you told me about it, I rewatched that episode and I was like, oh, there he is right there.
Man, listen, when that actually comes up every now and then, I'm like, yeah, I definitely did that. But it was a crowding moment. WWE just celebrated 30 years of Monday Night Raw, so I'm at least part of that history. So that's the amazing and awesome part about it.
Yeah, it definitely is, man. I'm a WWE fan. I gotta admit, that's my thing. That's my go-to. I can't even watch other sports the way I watch WWE, man. Right. I can't watch football the way I watch WWE. I can't. I don't even know who's playing. All I know is there's Buffalo, and they lost, and they're Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know who's playing. I know Josh Allen is our quarterback, but that's about it. But I do know Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
I do know The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Yes.
I do know The Undertaker, Mark Calloway.
Uh-huh.
I do know Kane, Glenn Jacobs. I do know Triple H, Paul Levesque. And I know Mr. Everything Victor Andrews.
Man, to put a list like that and include my name in it, that's something else, man. That's amazing.
Well, yeah, because I watch your wrestling tapes, man, and I think you're really good. And I'd love to see you in NXT, man. I would love to see you at AEW Dark or AEW Dark Elevation. I would love to see you there, man, in one of those organizations, because I believe you still have some longevity left and you have some storylines in you.
All right, say that again.
You have longevity. You're young, and you have storylines.
Really wish I could say, because the way I train, the way I don't allow myself to get complacent and comfortable. I always want to try to exceed my limits and to see to be that limit the goal in real life. As far as wrestling now, where people can like, I'm actually getting ready to turn 41. Really,
41.
Yeah, really? I'm getting ready to turn 41.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a happy early birthday. Man. Hey, folks, this is what happens on the internet.
All right, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I still see you.
Yeah, for some reason the video has been going in and out, but
yes, all right. I'm going to take the best parts of the audio clips. It's all good.
Okay.
Yes. So Mr. Everything, man, you can't tell us about what's going on in this other world that you have to train for. You have to make us wait for this. You can't tell us about that. I could dig it. It's about, let's just make sure this goes through first. Then I'm gonna tell everybody.
Yes, exactly. Because I actually had to shoot a video for them, and I shot the video, I sent it to them, and I actually put it on my YouTube link, but I put it unlisted, and I sent it to them. And they said, okay, we need you to send it in a separate file and then take the video off of YouTube before the show starts, before the event happens. So I had to take the video off of YouTube just so that way no one gets a sneak peek of what Mr. Everything is getting ready to do.
Mr. Everything, you are in everything. I mean, okay, let's count down the things you're doing right now.
Okay.
You're doing professional wrestling. That's one thing.
Yep.
All right. And you're doing modeling. That's two things.
Yep. Magazines, runway, print, all of it.
Yeah. And then you're acting.
Yep.
That's another thing.
I just did a movie with Street Nerds Productions. I played Bronze Tiger and Nightwing Reborn. I'm in this movie called Shift Differential, but it's actually getting ready to go through a different name change. So, we're working on that. I'm in a movie called A Brother's Turmoil by Victorious Films. I'm getting ready to start working on some other projects coming up. I'm playing some superheroes, some evil villains, and a couple of movies. So I got a lot of different things coming up, brother, as far as the acting wise.
I can't wait. Villains, man. You play a villain in your wrestling too. You played a villain.
Yeah. And it's funny because whenever I play a villain, I have my son with me. He's my manager. And to see him get out there and be a villain with me and see how he comes into character. And at only 7 years old, I'm like, he elevates my ability to go out there and perform, because I sit back and I watch him like, first of all, this little boy ain't going to outshine me. He ain't going to take my spotlight. Even though he does, I'm not going to allow him, to outdo me. So I gotta take it up 10 notches when he brings it up 1 notch. So yeah, man, we go out there, we get busy, we enjoy ourselves.
So, is your son going or following your footsteps and become a professional wrestler too?
You know what? What I've learned through him is that being a father is probably the most difficult and has the most pressure than anything I ever done in my life. Anything,
Wow.
because everything that I have done, he wants to do. He came to me the other day. He said, "Daddy, I want to work in a massage place. I want to go to the military. I want to drive school buses. I want to be a wrestler. I want to be on TV. I want to cut hair." And I said, "Why you want to do all that?" He said, "Because you did it." And I was like,
Wow.
"No, well, why don't you try to be something like for you, like be something that you want to be?" And he said, "I want to be my daddy." And I was like, "You know what? I respect that." And then I body slammed him because I kind of started feeling, I started feeling a little sentimental, feeling all fuzzy inside. So I had to break up that little Kodak moment.
Wow. Man, that's dope, man. That your son respects you and honors you so much that he wants to do what you do. That's pretty cool. But that's how kids are. They like to emulate the people that they look up to. You know.
Absolutely, and is bigger for me because I grew up without my father. Like he actually passed a couple of years ago,
Sorry to hear
and
that.
never. Oh man, it didn't bother me because he never told me why he was there. He was never there. Um,
Oh,
so being in my kid's life, it's always been a big deal for me, but it's even a more big deal because I didn't have my father, and it's like I said, it's a lot of pressure
come
when my
on.
son is to do it correctly. I got to walk a straight path and do everything the right way because I know he's watching me every step, every little sneeze, every scratch, everything. He's watching every detail of what I do. So I always make sure that I'm always on point with everything.
Yeah, that's dope, man. My grandson told me, he said, I want to do a DoorDash because you do DoorDash. I want to do that too. I'm gonna get a car and I'm gonna do DoorDashing around town.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
like,
had I had a
no.
great I had a great mother though. You know what I mean? Like my mother, she took care of us very well. Um, she dug in my behind for everything, which is why I am the man that I am today. So, I in actuality I didn't really need my father, but every kid needs a father or father figure, um, and that's why it's so important for me to do everything the right way for him and my two daughters, so that way, they can say, well, at least dad did do X, Y, and Z. So that's a big thing for me.
I think it's like the legacy you want to leave behind. So like when you pass on to the next plane of life, and you leave your loved ones behind, what are they going to say about you? Are they going to say, Mr. Everything Victor Andrews was a great man who did right by his kids, and he was very aggressive at getting what he wants out of life. And one thing I can respect about you, as you said, you're not complacent. It's like you keep striving to get better as each day progresses. You want to do better today than you did yesterday. And so every
Absolutely.
so every day you wake up, you leave a little bit. You build a foundation for yourself, so that way when you get up the next day, you've already started that upward momentum. And
Absolutely.
you,
Let me tell you how far it goes as far as me being a limit breaker. I know how to tie my shoes with one hand. I can tie a tie with one hand. I can open a Gatorade bottle with just one hand. A bag of chips with one hand. I learned different things for the purpose of just in case. And I'm glad that I did that because when I broke my hand, I want to say maybe 7 years ago, six years ago. I broke my hand and I was living alone and I didn't have anybody to help me. Nobody to help me get dressed. Nobody to help me take showers. Nobody. And I had a cast on, so nobody to help me put the bag around the cast so that it doesn't get wet. And I taught myself all these different things ahead of that time, and it helped me. Like even to this day, I can go outside. I can cut my own hair. I don't have to go to a barber. I just learned how to do different things so that way I can be very self sufficient. And I want it to be like when you speak about leaving a legacy and what they're going to say when my time is done. When my time is done on this planet, if I'm gone before everybody else, because as far as I know, as far as my legacy is written, I'm going to be here for another couple thousand years. I'm probably going to be the last man on the planet. But in the event that I happen to leave before everybody else, and there's still somebody to bury me, my mentality is when they put that tombstone on my grave, I don't want it to say born 1982 dash died 3034 or whatever the year is going to be. I wanted to say born 1982, have footprints in the middle. Instead of hyphen, put footprints in the middle, and then put the death year 4077 or whatever it's going to be. Because I want people to know that I left my footprints here. I don't want them to be like, okay, the hyphen is something he possibly done and nobody knows what I've done. I want it to be like, okay, we know that this man was something. He did something because they put footprints instead of a hyphen. Like we want to go and research what this man was all about because everyone else has a hyphen. So we're like, okay, they was born this year and they died in this year. But when they look at mine, they're going to say he's born this year, he died this year, but these footprints got to signify something. So I want to know more about who this man was and what he did, and why is it that he has footprints and everybody else has a hyphen in the middle of theirs. So that's my mentality, and that's the path that I want to go on.
I'm digging the vibes, man. I really am. That's dope. I never thought about it like that. People, footprints, man, because you left some footprints, because you left the legacy. You did some things.
Absolutely.
It's about the year 5000 at that time.
Absolutely, yeah, 5077.
Yeah, the years just keep going up, man. So how is the modeling career? What you got going on over there?
The modeling career is pretty good. I took a little step back because wrestling is more dominant in my life right now. Modeling comes and goes. I may do a photo shoot. I may walk across somebody's runway or something like that. So I'm still involved with modeling, but not as much as I used to be years ago. I may get a photographer that'll call me and say, hey, I have a gig. It's paying this much. I actually have an audition that I need to record for another acting gig coming up. So, I'm still pushing it and kicking as far as that goes, but not as much as I used to because wrestling is taking a lot of my time.
You ever thought about doing animated characters?
Yes. I actually I wanted to do some voiceovers, and I do have like a whole series of something that I wrote myself. It's an animated character. It is called gosh, what did I name it? It slips my mind, but it's pretty much the premises of it is Death is trying to kill this one guy and keeps missing every day. So the entire time Death is trying to kill this guy, like I say, if he coming up with his scythe and he swings it, and the guy just happened to see $5 on the ground, so he bends over and grabs the $5, and then Death swings and hits an electric pole and electrocutes himself. So, something like that. And I'm always having a broad imagination and always coming up with different things. So, yeah, I definitely want to do some animations. I definitely want to do some voiceovers, but I definitely want to do some superhero stuff first.
Oh yeah, The Rock is a superhero now.
Yeah, man. Everybody's a superhero, man. I want my turn. I used to be one. I used to want to be a Power Ranger, but I think that time is up.
I don't know. I think they still got Power Rangers on some form of TV. They got so much TV out there now that you could get TV from everywhere now.
Yeah,
because this internet just opened up everything for everybody. So
yeah, absolutely.
If you wanted a television network, you could create one right here on the internet.
You know what? I thought about that a couple of times too.
I keep getting these emails from people trying to get me to do it. And if I did do it, I think I would put all my podcasts, all my interviews on that show, on that station. And they'd just be playing all night, on repeat.
That'd be dope. That'd really be dope.
Yeah, that'd be something. It would be on that Roku TV so they could just download the app. Yeah. So, man, it's great to see you, man. I'm so glad you're here. And this is your second time being here, and that just means you are now in the VIP. So what it also means is that you don't have to wait for me to tap into you. You can just go right to my DMs or my emails and say, "Hey, MC, man, I gotta talk to you, man. I got this book that I wrote. I got a new movie that I'm making or I'm starring in, or hey, I just won the WWE Heavyweight Championship." Whatever it is you're doing, Mr. Everything Victor Andrews, is important to me, and I want to know about it. So when you do tap into me, I'm going to grab my calendar, and I'm going to look in there, and I'm going to say, "Deal, you in the show, let's go." But that's how easy it is when you're in the fam. So, and you're in the VIP.
I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. I definitely got some stuff coming up. We got some Controlling Narrative things happening. I don't know if you know much about that organization, but it's run by EC3. And it's amazing, man. It's so much fun. We have creative control over our own characters, which direction. We have a big tryout happening this Sunday in Chuckey, Tennessee at the School of Morton. It's actually a collaboration between Control Your Narrative and the NWA. So, yeah. So that's another big thing coming up. I'm going to go out there and get busy showing who Mr. Everything is. And let's see if I'm going to end up on some NWA TV pretty soon.
And they're going to be back on, they got the show coming up, the Power Hour on YouTube now. They're coming back to YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, so I should see you on the Power Hour then.
Absolutely. Look, we're going to speak that into existence. Be sure to watch the Power Hour every week or every month that it comes on, because you definitely are going to see Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews.
Are you going to play a face or a heel?
That remains to be seen.
Well, I hope you're a heel, because then you can take your son with you and he can do heelish tactics.
Hey, you know what? My son is already a part of Control Your Narrative. Oh. And I think I'm going to leave him home for this one. I want, because, I have, when I go to WWE, I can go by myself because I can't take him with me. When I go to AEW, I can go by myself because I can't take him with me. But those don't come very, very often. NWA thing may come quite often. I want that to myself. I got a feeling that if I go with NWA and I take him with me, he's gonna be like, "Daddy, they got me booked for the next 10 shows." And I'm like, I only got 2 shows. How you get 10 shows? I get 2. I don't know, Daddy. I'm and look, this is legit what he would say to me. "I guess they just like me better than you."
Oh man.
Okay. And I sometimes utilize that because people say, "Yeah, we're gonna have your son on the show," and I say, "Well, you have to book me too, because if you don't book me, how's he gonna get here? He can't drive." So, and I'm not just gonna be his chauffeur. So if you're gonna book him, you're gonna book the whole carload. It's a package deal, man. But But in the event that there's an opportunity for him to go out there, I definitely take him, let him have his little spotlight. We actually did a show probably about 2 months ago right here in Raleigh, and Gangrel was on the show. And I stepped out the locker room for a second to go talk to some guys, and I came back in the locker room. And Gangrel looked at me and said, "Did your son tell me? Let me tell you, we got a match tonight." I looked at him and I was like, Who has a match?" He said, "Oh, me and your son. Me and okay." He said, "Yeah, he came over here, whole match too. He went to the spots and everything. So yeah, he got the whole match." Okay. All right. You match with Gangrel and I don't. Go home. You're on punishment.
Oh wow.
I put him on punishment, but it's so cool to see him interact with people. Like we did a taping of promos and some background stuff with Control Your Narrative, and this was before Braun went back to the WWE, and we had Braun in the locker room. We had EC3. We had Austin Aries. We had like we had a bunch of said video. And I to know him in the promo because it only makes it right to have the son along with promo. And front of all
All right, welcome back.
there we go. Yeah.
You got lost. You got lost in the signals.
I got lost in the matrix.
Yeah, this internet, man. I don't know what's going on with it. It's going crazy tonight. You got a storm over there or something? We got storms in between each other?
Probably, it is from day to day and minute to
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the storms is knocking down lines, making it hard for us to get the signal going to one another. But anyway,
it's either storms or government or aliens or all of the above. I delayed.
Yeah, I was just talking to the guy on customer support, telling him that you kept getting choppy service. So this is what he said.
Gotcha.
He said, "Are you on Wi-Fi or connected to the router directly? On StreamYard, the quality of the connection is much more important than the speed of your internet. It's best if you could plug in directly with an Ethernet cord. It will also help you if you could close out all of your other tabs and applications that are open on your device." That's what he told me to tell everybody. So make sure, folks, if you're listening to this or watching this and you use StreamYard, make sure you plug in directly from the Wi-Fi router or the yeah, that's it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. Well, anyway, thank you for coming through. I do appreciate your time. It has been wonderful. And so can you tell the folks where they can find you, Mr. Everything?
On Instagram and TikTok. Come and watch my TikToks, man. Watch my TikToks. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok. Shoot_Mr. Everything. Or time_Mr. Everything. Instruction, because I haven't updated it. It's only around there. So it'll be www.thevictorandrews.com. That's www.thctornd.com.
So make sure y'all go tap in to Mr. Andrews, because this brother here, he's got things coming for you. So make sure you go tap in.
Absolutely.
And this brother here, he I tell you, he ain't calling himself Mr. Everything just for shits and giggles. No, folks. This brother here does it all. He drives a school bus. He acts. He models. He script writes. He does it all, man. What more can you ask for a brother to do but what he's already doing? I got a lot of respect for you, Mr. Everything, because you are a go-getter and a grinder. And that goes a long way. I mean, man, you're a dope, dude. I'm digging the vibes, bro. You are one of the most illest brothers I've ever met in my entire life, man. And I got a lot of respect for you. I really do. So thank you for coming through to the show. I surely do appreciate your time.
Quick, new it's called a dot card. One of these. Oh, did I lose you? Lose there. My mic sounds nice.
Yeah, you're losing me, man. We're losing each other.
Oh, okay, I got this new thing. It's called a dot card. You ever? Are you there?
Yeah, it's your breaking.
All right, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you the link to this for the fans that may be watching. Here, this is a QR code. You guys can link to all of my social media on the QR code.
Ah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's called. It's a business card. It's called Dot Card. You guys can.
I heard about those.
Yeah, so you can just scan it, and it gives you all my social media right then and there, right then in the palm of your phone.
Dot Card.
Yeah.
And all they do is scan that QR code, and you got everything they need to get right then and there.
Absolutely, everything that you need to see as far as Mr. Everything is right here on this card. So I'm a surprise that the producers at NWA with this. When I walk up and say, "Oh, you want a resume headshot?" Don't even worry about it. Let me see your phone. Scan, boom, there you go.
Wow, that's dope, man.
Innovative innovations, bro.
Yeah, I think I did that too. I had bought into this capture page, link to, or that's what we call it, link to. Yeah, and I like that because then I created the QR code that goes with it, and then I was able to put that on the back of a business card too. So
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. So everybody that I'm affiliated with is on Linktree. It's under my banner. Anybody I'm affiliated with. So if you got something you want me to put out there, I'll put a link for you too, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it'd be pretty dope having a professional wrestler on my link.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would definitely want to see you wrestle in person, man. So hopefully you'll send me some tickets if you come up to New York. I remember there's a professional wrestling company based out of California, and they come up up the west, the Midwest. The Gangrel was wrestling for them a few years back. They had brought Sting out after WWE got rid of Sting. Sting went with them on the independent circuit. And these guys are pretty cool. And I was wondering, man, I have a T-shirt. The BTW.
BTW. Okay.
Yeah. You know them?
To look them up. No, I'm going to have to look them up.
Yeah, they're independent wrestling. They have they have old school wrestlers, new wrestlers. They're all over the place, man. They're from California. They come up to Syracuse. They go out to they're everywhere, man. BTW.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely have to look check them out.
Yeah, Big Time Wrestling.
Oh yeah. Big Time Wrestling. Yeah, they come out here every now and then too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you should check them out, man, because they're all over the place, bro.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna reach out to them.
Yeah, they could get Sting. They could definitely get Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you so much for your time. I know it's been a lot of glitchiness here in this interview, but don't worry, because I'm going to edit it all out. And when I do edit it, it's going to sound beautiful. I'm trying to tell you now. And,
all right.
But thank you for coming through. I can't wait to check. I need that dot card for myself. Where can I get one? Can I make one for myself?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll send you the website, and you go up there and you create your profile. You do all your little gimmicks and giggles, and then they send you the card in the mail, and you can carry this one little card in your pocket. Walk into somebody, hey, how you doing? And scan it. Oh, I got everything here, and bada bing, bada boom. That's it.
Yo, that's the only business card you need after that. That's it.
That's it. That's all you need.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Just one of them. Cheers. That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thank you for your time, sir. I really do appreciate it. It's been wonderful having you here, man. It's been really dope. And if you have any advice for some of the young folks that's coming up that want to do whatever it is you're doing, because you do a lot. So let's say a young folk wants to do one of those things that you're doing. What would you tell them?
I would definitely tell them to take your time, stick with it, be consistent. Don't get distracted. Don't let someone deter you from being able to do what you want, what you're passionate about. Go out there, make it happen. Be humble, stay humble, but be hungry. Be hungry, because it's not going to be given to you. You got to go out there and get it. So if you really want it, you got to go get it, because somebody's going to hand it to you. And if by chance someone does hand it to you, you got to know how to keep it, because if you lose it, it's going to be hard to get it back. So go out there and do everything you can. Don't be anything, be everything.
That's dope. I'm taking the vibes. Thank you for that. Well said. Don't be everything, be anything.
No, don't awesome. Be anything, be everything.
Well, you're everything, man. I gotta be anything. Yeah, anything I want to be, I can be. See, that's still good too.
Yeah. I want to be everything I can be.
Well, you all that and then some.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Listen, every step I can, I'm giving it a try.
Well, you're doing awesome, man. Thank you for coming through, and keep up the great work out there in the wrestling. And I can't wait to see you on the Power Hour at NWA TV. I'm looking forward to seeing the day when you capture the NWA championship. That's what I can't wait to see. Either Either that or NWA Tag Team Championship, something that signifies people appreciate your craft. I really want to see this, man, because you're really good. And I really want to see you be the best that you can be in everything you do. I can't wait to see you succeed, and I'm looking forward to what you got coming up for us in the near future. And also, check out his older stuff that he has out there. You can go to his YouTube channel, folks, and you can tap into his older wrestling matches, and you can see how far he's come from when he started to where he's at today. This brother here, 13 years in the business, man, and he's still kicking ass and taking names. Mr. Everything Victor Andrews, one of the best fighters out there. And that's one thing I remember you saying, that you wish wrestlers would learn how to fight.
Absolutely. And I look, I still preach that to this day. I actually had, real quick, I had a training to do in the Charlotte area. With my trainer, C.W. Anderson, he came to me, he said, "Hey man, I got something I need you to help me with." And I said, "All right, cool. Well, what is it?" He wanted me to help train him and his for a short-term tag partner on some things. And I said, "All right, cool." We get there, and it was Brock Anderson. It was on Anderson's son. And we get there, and Brock is there, and On is there. And I'm leading the training. And On Anderson actually stood up and was engaged in everything I was talking about. And I thought that at that moment he was getting ready to add to what I was saying or interject. No, he looked up at me and he said, "I'm learning just like everybody else is."
Wow.
And that was like a big moment for me, because I actually brought it up. I said, the reason why a lot of guys say, they got lost in the match, or they got tired, or they forgot the spot, is they don't know how to fight. If you knew how to fight, you could never get lost, because you're trying to win. You're trying to win a fight. So you're either going to punch the guy, you're going to grab him, you're going to throw him on the ground. It's going to be something. So when I said that, On was like, "Yo, very insightful." And he loved everything that I showed the guys. He loved everything I showed Brock, and we worked a little mini match. It was me and the guy named Lucky Ali against C.W. Anderson and Brock Anderson. And we put on one amazing match, and Arn was very impressed. So, yeah, if you guys go out there, if you want to become a professional at anything, learn everything within that field, whether it's acting. If you want to be an actor, learn how to model. So that way you know how to engage a camera. And vice versa. If you want to be a wrestler, learn how to fight, learn how to act, model, all of it, because all of it connects together.
That's dope, man. I appreciate all that advice, man. That's why I isolated you solo. But thank you for coming through, man. I do appreciate it. Get yourself something to drink, man. Sound like you're
Yeah, get a little choked up.
Yeah, well, go ahead, get something to drink, man. Anyway, thank you, man, for coming through, Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews. I do appreciate the time. It has been dope. And for those folks that you have a dream, a passion, a goal, and go for it, because only you could stop you. And nothing beats a failure but a try. Peace out, everybody.